like the second choice has got a new shipment of swill. Gave it a try. Needs some aging, but not too bad.
What? I was just with Barney. He said we're not getting any new shipments for months.
I was under the impression that Free Market Station was open to all. Why am I being accosted?
Free Market Station is open to all, except spies. It's awful suspicious how you've been gallivanting about, asking everyone questions.
I am not a spy. The information I'm collecting here shall be of historical significance someday. Surely you can appreciate that.
I'm sure that information wouldn't help at all in clearing us out of stations here.
Blades, bludgeons, bombs. Mind telling me if I still got both my eyebrows? Never mind. They were just slowing me down anyway. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. Feel free to go on a murderous rampage with what you buy. It's good publicity. Tired of firearms that explode in your face? Come to Not a Weapons store.
My contraptions don't explode.
Listen, I know I shouldn't warn you about this, but anything I sell you runs the risk of exploding. I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to buy from me. As it would happen, I'm more engineer than salesman, but only just. I've been having some problems with my machines since I arrived on this planetoid, but that's enough about myself. I'd be happy to show you.
Anybody even listening to this? Let me sell you stuff.
Error. Road sales grandstanding not found.
My gear has the fewest holes out of any close-on station, or your money back. My folks didn't raise no fashion monger, but they did raise a bloodthirsty opportunist. I'd like to think I'm making them proud. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I can provide. I got rags, fineries, and everything in between. I might not know what all my wares are, but I'm sure we can find something you like. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I can provide. I got rags, fineries, and everything in between.
the tooth pain, you know who to visit. Got a sale on teeth extraction today. A quarter off with one or more bloodlettings. If you've wounds that need stitching or teeth that need scrutiny, I'm your doctor. Depends. Can you pay? I've met some people who disagreed. Then they died. Consider your decision the proper one. Is there something else I can offer? Medicaments and more, all sufficiently regulated, or thereabouts. Stimulants, medicaments, drugs. Get your drugs here.
Get caught unawares all you like. Only thing dependable as my gear are my prices. Happy to have you. Tell me what you need. Can do. If you lost it, I'm selling it.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Lad, you ain't got much of a concept of a deal, do you? You ain't got nothing to offer, and a threat is offering less than nothing.
You realize any other arbiter would have crushed you where you stand for obstruction of justice long before now? That I am flowing with magnanimity?
Can't say I know what that word means, but if you're inclined to keep threatening me, only thing gonna be flowing is your blood out your body.
Another challenger approaches. Prepare to be sent weeping from my curio collection. None have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. Are you prepared to do battle? Cards, my dear, of the toss ball and pitch ball variety. I must see if your collection bests my own. Sporting! Let us do battle! Ha! What is this pitiful display? Are these your rarest cards? Get them out of my sight! You have nowhere near the number in my collection. I cannot open my wares to any unless their collections rival my own. I hope you understand. Feel free to return once you have bolstered your...
Maybe if you would actually purchase something, I'd help you find your quarry. Well, might. Actually, might's a strong word.
The Sovereign's arbiter.
Sorry about our friend here. No matter how slow I talk, the words free market station is independent and does not bow to the protectorate don't seem to be registering with him. What can I get you?
If you're interested in furthering the cause of history, come speak with me.
Sorry, loitering ain't my crime of choice.
Can't chit-chat. I got a line on something big at the moment.
Remember, nothing's a crime if you never get caught.
Keep an eye out for snitches. We got a good thing going here.
Greetings! Are you perhaps interested in advancing the knowledge of Arcadia's history through scientific exploration? What am I saying? Of course you are. Please, do tell me anything you might know about the crash of the ACS free market. Could Auntie's choice have succeeded where order experiments failed? Oh, you're being duplicitous. No sprat corpses were found in the initial crash site. Do pardon my forwardness. I saw that you were a new arrival, but I held out some hope that you might be able to enlighten me where the station populace has not. As an archivist, it's my duty to collect and record hitherto unrecorded knowledge wherever it can be found. But my earnest questions have been met with suspicion. That's great. I can offer you a stipend from my exploratory budget for anything you might manage to discover. Converse with the locals, peer into unturned corners, and see what your able hand might unearth. I look forward to furthering the cause of history with you. I'd ask about in the saloon and the bazaar. Both are places where gossip flies about like so many tarot rays. Sub Rosa likely has some information about the crash, but I'm not sure where. You also might be able to find some intact portion of the ship amidst all of the station's wreckage. Take a look around. I'm sure you'll be able to get farther on your own.
Latest contraband came in. Looked like quite the haul. Any standouts? A couple dozen Auntie's Choice sales logs. Some notes from a high-profile order researcher. And get this. The corpse of a vigilant. No idea what happened there. Last I heard, the high runners are trying to figure out what to do with it.
Marisol's something, huh? She had everyone fooled, and then she turns around, exposes Svoboda for what she is, and reveals herself to be the endpoint. What kind of name even is that? She reminds me of the serial heroes I wanted to be just like when I was a kid. I'd tell her if I thought she'd appreciate it. There's something inspiring about someone who knows exactly what they are and entertains no nonsense. Anyway, this is me saying I think she was a good get. Much better having her in our corner than staring down the barrel of her gun, that's for certain. She's probably already got bugs listening in on us, so we ought to just stop there. I know we couldn't do much to avoid it, but I wish we didn't have to kill Victor. He seemed a gentle sort. Reckon that's what happens when you fall in with the wrong crowd. Fine by me. Oh, I see. You're here to gossip. All right, let's hear it. Who do you want to talk about? Seems friendly enough. If a mite guarded and a little thick-headed in his view of Auntie's choice. Regardless, I can assure you I'll treat him with the same respect I show you. Though I reckon he's seen his fair share of struggles over the years, no matter how he tries to hide it. Think he ought to ask for help when he needs it. Oh, I got a lot of choice words that would have even Val covering her audio receptors. So I'll spare you most of them. I just hope we don't regret letting Azza on board. She ain't right in the head. She's damn near bloodthirsty. I'll keep my distance when I can, but I promise you, if I perceive even a hint of threat from her, I will deal with it. Ain't often you see an elder solving an equation with one hand and stabbing someone in the eye with the other. So the real question is, does she get along with me? I sure hope so. I'm keen to learn about her, though I reckon she's more of an abacus than an open book. Set in her ways, methodical. And law help you if you jostle her.
Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby.
Going to deny killing these traitors was invigorating, but their leader still needs to be dealt with. That I'm really going to enjoy.
Another rift. I'd rather not get up another rift. I'd rather not get up close and personal like if it's all the same to you.
Why are you still alive? There's been some ghastly mistake. We must speak on the latest revelation before you compound it by killing me. You're obviously unaware that you've been officially marked for death. Otherwise, you'd have killed yourself and saved us all the trouble. It's unfortunate I was unable to inform you of this before you killed so many loyal members of the Dawn. But so be it. Glad we were able to clarify all of that. Well?
This idiot obviously thinks I will just kill myself on his say-so. Ziegler, what's got into your brain pan? You used to be a dedicated member of the Dawn. How could you think there was a legitimate kill order on me?
You were revealed as a betrayer through the sanctified channel. How can you disobey a revelation from on high, when you yourself exhorted us constantly to never do such?
You make a compelling point. But then again, so does my knife. Let me introduce you to it.
My aftermarket parts are fried.
I can't believe what Hierarch Ziegler was saying. How could there be an official kill order out on me? The poor fools probably thought they were just fulfilling their duty. Damn straight they should have. I have no idea. If I go anywhere near one of our encampments, I'll be forced to kill members who believe they're following orders. Of course, any member of the Dawn who turns on me without thinking is asking for death, but this could still make solving this even more difficult. Don't worry. I'll stay on as part of your crew until I get this all figured. It's given me an impressive amount of opportunities for killing, and all the killing helps me think. If only it were that simple. It should be impossible for someone to infiltrate our communication systems, especially when it comes to a high-level communique. Unless they somehow have our codes. This could only mean that one of our members has been compromised.
You owe me a sparring session. Get your gloves and warm up.
What? Again? I don't suppose you'd accept a doctor's oath from Val.
Come on. I already promised I won't throw elbows this time. Where's your fighting spirit?
Must have had it knocked clean out of me. In fact, why don't I go look for it now?
Ain't gonna climb the corporate ladder with that attitude. You could just learn to duck, you know.
I must admit to being highly vexed by this kill order situation. Of course not. What a ridiculous question. As I told you before, regret is for the unenlightened. I'm no longer bound by such pedestrian concerns. So were I even to imply I felt remorse, that I wish I'd perhaps approached this with a more logical bent and not slaughtered these loyal Dawn members, it would mean nothing. Such as? Why do you want to talk about that? My handiwork is not your concern. Besides, you allowed me to do it. I can't rightly say why that was. I mean, it's not like I've never tortured anyone before, but not like that. That was the first time I wasn't filled with rage when... I just did it. He was scared and just wanted to live. It's not like he would have done me if I hadn't done him first. I hadn't thought about it that way before. In fact, this is the first time I've thought about it at all. Except for, I found my psychological profile once. Recommended sending me to mental refreshment when I was young. Something about killing sprats. But my parents were able to keep that from happening. You're right. It's not even worth mentioning. I mean, who doesn't kill sprats every now and again? You sound like me now. I knew there was a reason I kept traveling with you. There's something you wanted to converse on? Such as?
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
So many lives needlessly lost. An avoidable, predictable tragedy.
Avoid it all. I told him he wasn't. Hey, body's not even cold yet. Show a little respect. Roger always said he wanted his body donated to the Order if it'd help advance the plan. But I'm sure this wasn't what he had in mind. Can any of this really be in service to the universal equation, like the Sears claim?
Those outside the Order, and some simpletons within it, claim that all things happen for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Craft back in business.
Craft will be terminated.
With both eyes open.
as interesting as the taxidermied cross-sections displaying their internal organs I made when I was a child.
And who do we blame when a student fails? When the instructor, has failed.
Isn't this fancy? Guessing these are the abbot's quarters.
How selfless of him to safeguard this finery for his people's own good.
Must be prevented, whatever the cost, or humanity's descendants will be forestalled by centuries, if not millennia. Stand up to the test of aptitude. And who do we blame when a student fails? Why, their instructor, of course. Bishop Bassar has failed this order. And without our intervention, she would make peace with the primitive minds of Auntie's choice. This must be prevented, whatever the cost, or humanity's descendants will be forestalled by centuries, if not millennia. The blood spilled today is merely correctional ink, stamped on the test of order aptitude. And who do we blame when a student fails? Why, their instructor, of course. Has failed this order as its supreme legionary, and without our intervention, she would make peace with the test of order aptitude.
Someone help us!
The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
As if we'd fall for their stalling tactics just to watch these poor fools die slowly and horribly, mangled like punch cards. What were we talking about again? I prefer to kill my enemies first, innocent hostages later.
Look, whatever the Seer and DeVries are doing, we'll have time to sort it out later. These folk don't have that kind of time. Good. Then let's get to freeing them.
Definitely not. We should be the only ones killing hostages around here.
Praise high probability. Wiley trapped us here. He let some others go, but didn't even give us the chance to surrender.
He's lost his wits. Kept going on.
Normally I'd suggest picking the lock on that safe, but it looks to be rigged to that ridiculous puzzle up above.
Unfriendly company. They're mine.
Reckon there's an actual solution to this puzzle? Looks more like they scrambled a whole lot of nonsense together and packaged it as genius.
We might only be divided by ourselves. And
Weapons prime! Compounding my... Moving in easily!
Hey, we've got movement.
safe.
Look, they obviously meant for this to waste our time. Let's just find a way to kill the hostages so we can move on.
See? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back?
Hurry! Disable the card press machine!
Thank the art.
Glad we saved those folk. But now we need to deal with the bastard behind all of this. Let's move.
Ranger, should be okay here for now. Go pay Wiley his just dividends. For all of us.
I see why the anchorites revered this place so. We ought to find the material they were after. And maybe take a peek at whatever else is here.
What did I tell you? All according to the plan.
Yeah. Wiley's plan, which almost killed us.
Revive me so I can kill him! I'm alive. Not possible. No target to gut.
Lost sight of target.
hostile presence.
A sequence largely summing to
Honing in on possible hostile variable. Aborting
Sharp
search.
enough. Hostiles nearby.
Wrist weapon.
Subtracting.
Near death, not a good look, Commander.
I'll be damned. Look at this place. You reckon they have a rendering of Tau Ceti hereabouts?
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station's security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. That's preposterous. And a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us. I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic fundamentals of my objectives. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. DeVries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment. What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? This proves nothing, except your willingness to trespass into other people's correspondence, and Joseph's inability to express himself clearly in the written form. I can't conceive of a reason why my survival should matter to you.
It truly doesn't. The commander just gets a little unsettled watching me fillet human beings and is hoping to avoid witnessing such again.
Your companion seems less amenable to a peaceful resolution. However, as a matter of professional curiosity, let's entertain the hypothetical. I stand down. Then what? If my numbers had supported such an outcome, do you truly believe I would have elected for all this disorder? And with that, I think I've gleaned from you all that I need to judge your true measure. No more talking, Agent. It's time I deliver my last prediction to you, personally.
Riddle me with bullets all you like. With this rejuvenation device at my disposal, you'll never do it.
Easy there, Commander.
I'm alive. Who needs to die? Recharge for mayhem.
This was not in my predictions! Whoever is left, kill this outlier!
That healing device is out of commission. Let's bring the Commander, you're bleeding.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talks can finally be spurred into motion. However, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept now that more lives may be lost than previously assumed. Yet we must act unflinchingly. To fail now would mean the end of everything.
We should get ourselves to those peace talks post-haste, Commander. Wouldn't want to miss out on any of the mayhem and carnage.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Sir Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? What? No, that can't possibly be true. Landon would never align himself against the Order? Against a friend? You must be mistaken. Or maybe his calculations led him astray. Yes, that must be what happened. Indeed, just a small error. Were you able to speak with him? Help him recover his senses?
Your diplomacy is an inspiration to us all, Commander.
I require a moment. Such unpitying callousness. I'm sure you also think me to blame for all of this. But you have to understand my position. How ill-equipped all in the Order are for this new world. With the schism and now the war, the Order stands alone for the first time in its storied history. We have no experience with governance. Well, myself especially. I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery. Regrettable as the business was. I had intended to offer you access to one of our experimental weapons, but it seems you already helped yourself to it. You always do seem a step ahead of me. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan.
I don't know what you're complaining about. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11% scathed.
Then increment your bravery index, my goodness. You novices.
Roger would appreciate that, I think.
Yeah.
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Cloister. One day,
Best we start discussing strategy, Commander.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
We can't let DeVries catch us on the back foot again. We need a plan.
Stakes are high. If DeVries sabotages the peace talks, war will continue. Don't need to be a seer to divine that. I don't trust the Order to do so. They've appeared perpetually wrong-footed since Bassar took office. Perhaps that's part of some strategic long-term plan, but I wouldn't rely on it.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised, in the absence of Victor, status deceased, and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander.
I almost pity the poor bastards.
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if I let DeVries add to that number.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own Phantoms? I'm not asking. I'm telling. You've got to let me have this, Commander.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
If there's anything worse than my former fellow Protectorate subjects, it's corporate toadies. Who exactly? Niles? He's fun to torment. I mean, he's equal parts enthusiastic and naive, even with all he's gone through. I find her amusing, in a best not to torment her or she'll kill us all kind of way, which I completely respect. Of course I do. What's not to like? To envy? Her style, her lethality? Oh, she's a professional for architect's sake. I wish I'd known about her department when I was growing up. Even as a child, I know they'd have seen my potential. Not only does she possess more heart than your standard corporatist flunky, she's a great deal smarter as well. Don't tell her I said so. Such as?